stop that. And everybody's smart enough to know that, I mean, we've been slighted. And we want ours. And I don't mean by like ours, 40 acres and a mule, because we're past that. But we need help. I mean, for us to be on our own 2 feet, us meaning youth or us meaning black people, whatever you want to take it for us to be on our own 2 feet, we do need help. Because we have been here. We have been a good friend. If you want to make it a relationship type thing, we have been there. And now we deserve our payback. It's like you got a friend that you don't never look out for. You know, you dressed up in jewels. Now America's got jewels and they paid and everything. And they lending money to everybody except us. And it's like, you know, everybody need a little help on their way to being, you know, self-reliant. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about the album, about the Special Olympics. Everybody need a little something and they to be independent. No independent person just grew up and was born independent. You worked and you learned teamwork and you learned cooperation and unity and struggle, and then you became independent. And we have to teach that and instill that. And why is it that they want to do that? I mean, if this is truly a melting pot in the country where we care about it, and Lady Liberty got a hand like this, she really loves us, then we really need to be like that. And it needs to be the black kids. And if there's a white person who got money, then he need to help them. He need to help black kids, Mexican kids, Korean kids, whatever. But it need to be real. And it need to be before we all die and then you say, oh, I made a mistake. We should have gave them some money. We really should have helped these folks. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you got to pay your own karma. And that's when God make you punish. When God punishes you. Because I feel like, you know,
I had the great opportunity of growing up in Washington, D.C., and frankly, the mayor of the city believed in me and gave me my chance. And I think that is a big part of it, but anything's possible if you prepare yourself and you are willing to dream big. No matter where you are born, where you grow up, if you grow up in Ward 8 or in Congress Heights, struggling in public housing, it's going to be hard, but you can get there. And that would be what I would want people to understand, is there's no limitation. But we got to have people and a system that believe in our young people and feel compelled to give them an opportunity. So there would be no way, say, that any other mayor coming up at this time could be as transformational as he was, because like that, he just decided Bob Johnson, who's a good friend, would not be as wealthy and successful as he is today if it wasn't for Marion Barry, because it was Marion Barry who awarded him the cable television franchise for the District of Columbia that gave him the money and the resources to build BET. No mayor could do that today.
Took my audience, a family, the Flukas family. John Flukas, may his soul rest in peace, said to me, we need to open your eyes. You need to really see what Marion Barry has done for this city. You need to understand that nothing gets done in this city that doesn't include black folks, because Marion Barry, okay? When I start meeting people who were doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, accountants, all who had started off as kids with Marion Barry.
Cable TV owner.
Bob Johnson, okay? Absolutely, no question about it. Marion Barry was so pro-black. I have a friend who says Marion Barry was black. Okay, he was committed to his people and his community. And so now I say that I wish Marion Barry had a run for president instead of mayor, because there wouldn't have been any police brutality. Okay, no, you will not be killing my people like this. Marion Barry was so instrumental in the development of black culture, history, and legacy that I just pray that his story gets immortalized in that museum. Our new museum is wonderful, but it doesn't have enough Marion Barry in it. Cora Barry makes me feel so good, because she said, I gave him his flowers while he still was alive. She said,
a phenomenal human being. Marion Barry, hopefully as time continues to wear on, will be remembered for the things that he did. I mean, there's so many people who across this city that you meet will say, I got my first job from Marion Barry. You know, because he created the Summer Youth Employment Program. You know, and I was proud to be able to continue it as those before me did, and hopefully everybody after, you know, me will do the same thing. Frankly, there are so many people who have professional careers because Marion opened the door to African Americans in the District of Columbia who might otherwise not have had those chances. You know, those things are taken for granted at this point. But when you think about when he came along, you know, he was on the first council, I guess it was, of the District of Columbia. He was the second elected mayor, and some of those vestiges of the past were still very much there.
Oh, it was Southern. It was some
absolutely.
Southern, this was the old Southern boy,
Absolutely.
Southern run city.
That's right.
Yeah, and here's this guy coming in with the big afro and the dashiki.
That's right. But you know, he obviously was one of the leaders in the civil rights movement, and he brought that commitment, you know, effort to the District of Columbia in his political leadership. You know, if you go back, of course, you know that Marion was the guy who started Pride. He and Catfish Mayfield started Pride and created jobs for young people. And then, as brilliant as Marion was, a lot of people don't realize that Marion, if he had done his dissertation, he would have a PhD in chemistry.
Right.
He's brilliant.
Yeah.
Be hitting people in the head.
Isn't that something?
Blood in our hallway. Trash, stink. Got dogs in our building.
And that's the kind of life you got to live, right?
People stop fires right on.
We kill each other, don't we?
Right on.
So we got to try to create some love and some feeling in our community for ourselves, right? What do you think about the police?
There ain't nothing but pigs, man. Like, when I was growing up looking for my father, man, like, they picked me up just because I wasn't in school and shit like that. So I said, man, what y'all gonna do with me? He said, I'm gonna take you to the pig pen. I said, no, you ain't. You gonna take me to my aunt, buddy. So he said, all right. So I said, man, y'all ain't nothing but pigs. Y'all know that? I told him right to their face. Then they come up with